Hi there, it's day 2 of our Zero with Rodney at East Lancaster. We're on our way to Hikertown now to pick up a hiker who's in distress. And if I show you here, this is roughly where Acton is where we come off. So we have hiked all the way along up to there. That snow in the background, the one on the left is Mount Baldy and the one on the right is Baden Powell. And when we get back on trail, we'll have to hike all the way around here and there's the Paiute Mountains, which is probably about 100 miles away from Kennedy Meadows. So that's where we will be hiking. Okay, a quick update on what I've done. We come off the trail 2.5 days ago, and when we got to Rodney's, it ended up being like a friend's dinner's party, so we was invited. So we went to Kirk's.
Kurt and Susan's
house, and there was Rodney, Tina,
Nikki Al, Stormy and Tony, Jeremy and Brittany and their young 1-month-old son Michael.
Yeah. And me and G4.
Hey.
So what did we eat that night? We had steak again, fantastic. Better ask G4 what do we eat, because the hors d'oeuvres says G4 ate everything because he thought that was the actual main course.
It's the deviled eggs.
Yeah, deviled eggs, guacamole, tortillas,
little pizza dough.
Yeah,
chicken chunks.
Oh yeah, there was like a shashlik, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had Tina made a delicious carrot salad.
Yes, oh, that was delicious. Yes.
And then she had a pasta dish as well.
Yeah. And then
baked potatoes.
And then once G4 was filled up from the starters,
just the appetizers.
The appetizers, the main course come out, and that's where we had the steak with the
London broil with baked potatoes.
Yes.
And
baked potatoes we called jacket in English. They were sort of like a stuffed jacket that was with cheese and everything.
Yes.
They had a lovely salad with feta.
Salad with feta cheese.
Yeah. And lots of alcohol. Wine, beer, whatever you wanted, it was there. So we had a beautiful evening. Oh, Vince was there as well.
Vince was there as well.
Yeah, I forgot Vince. And then after that, the next day we had a day of resting, and then at the end of the day, myself and Rodney went to Tina's place to move her old sofa out and install a new one. And then after a kind request from me, I said I'd love to visit an American bar. So Rodney took me to 2 bars. The first one was called
Maxton's,
and the second one was the Britisher. How appropriate was that? And there we had Newcastle Ale both times, didn't we?
Yes, we did. First bottle?
The first was bottle, the second was draft, and the draft was much better. So if you can get Newcastle draft, I advise it. Then we went home. It was quite an early night, really, wasn't it, last night?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, everybody was tired. And then today we've had another relaxing day, and now we're on our way to Hikertown to help a hiker. And that is basically my update.
We're angels now.
Yeah, so we are PCT through hiking trail angels. Hey, cool, huh? Hey, the first one from Ecuador.
Yeah. Now we helping people.
So that's an update. So that's what we've been getting up to for the last 2.5 days, and I'll keep you posted. Catch you later. Bye. Here we are, arrived at Hikertown, the city hall. Sweet, isn't it? Got Rodney in a minute. Are you going back out?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you.
See you then. Hotel. The sheriff and the post office. It was really good, huh? Smart. And the schoolhouse. And the food store. Man, it's fantastic. It's real smart. Doctor's office. That's real good, huh? Hey. Yeah. We are at Hikertown. So there you are. Catch you later. Hiya. Day 3 of my recovery zero. It is now Tuesday the 3rd of May. I just thought I'd give you a little update on the trail so far. What's happened to me, what's happened, what's my thoughts. Remember, they are my thoughts and this is my opinion in regards to like difficulties and whatever. Remember, I am somebody who's come with 26 years of no physical sport, being involved in physical sport. I was a top darter, but that's a pub sport, as everybody knows. So I'd done no sport for 26 years. I was overweight and I'd never done hiking before. So I had one trail hike in England in August last year with my good friend John T, who this was 2012 PCT thru hiker, and that gave me the insight that yes, I wanted to give it a go, and that I love the outdoors and I love the hiking. But the PCT is just a different kettle of fish. Anyway, in regards to me and the state of play, I will show you. I'll give you a quick rundown on my feet first of all. As you can see, I can now see my veins, so that means the swelling has gone down. The pain was here on this one and here on this one. Purely, I think it's just swollen. The membranes between the metatarsals. I'm no doctor, so I don't actually know what it is, but the pain is now pretty good. I can now walk on it a bit, and I'm hoping that in 3 days I'll be ready to go. Here is where there was a cut. I taped around here, and it was feeling so good I left tape on for 3 days, which actually you can see here, which stopped the bleeding. So that was another schoolboy area. In regards to toes, obviously I'll be going to cutting these before I start again. My shoes were 1.5 sizes too big before I started. These work for me. If you don't have them big enough, be prepared to lose toenails and nasty cuts on your toes and blisters and everything, because the downhills will get you. So that's my first advice, is make sure you start off with bigger shoes. They advise a thumb width between the end of your foremost foot and the outside of your shoe, so try and go for that. In regards to blisters, it looks worse than it is, but this big one here was pretty much at the start of the trail, but I knew that I was prone to that with soft feet. What actually happened was a secondary deeper one just come there, and that gave me about a week of pain, but eventually it went. And since then, as you can see, I have nothing here at all, nothing. Bit of hard callus here growing, but that's good. On the other side, there is a couple of blisters come here, but that is just basically because when a trail goes like this or like this, I think it's going to get you if you've got soft feet, and I've got soft feet. But that was that foot. On my other foot, don't do what I did. This one here, it looks worse than what it was. That was at Deep Creek. Suddenly there was this nice, I don't know, 6 meter wide water, icy cold. It was beautiful. Bathed my feet and went hiking for another 7 miles straight after. Soft feet, soft skin, schoolboy area again. And there was one just here, which is now gone hard skin, but no, it's fine. And on the back, I had one just there. As you can see, the tape's still in there. Basically, that was caused by the road walking when we had the poodle dog detour. It's just constantly walking up for about 7 to 8 miles, and unless you do break every hour and take your feet and air them out, you're going to get it, I think. I was feeling fine. I just carried on walking, didn't air my feet, and the last half a mile I thought, oh, there's a blister, and that's actually what happened there. So that's the state of play on my feet. In regards to the trail itself, uphills kill me. I did 1,000 miles of training in Holland, but that's all flat, and any elevation kills me. What I noticed at the start was you end up meeting some people, and everybody's friendly and they're great people on trail, and you end up, without even trying, just walking their speed. And don't do it. Don't do it. Everybody's friendly, everybody's lovely. Let the ones go ahead. You'll probably meet them at camp, There's people who's gone ahead of me so fast, and then a couple of weeks later I'm either ahead of them or I've just caught them up. So they might go fast, and they might drop out quicker, or they'll slow up through injury. Hike your own speed is my own advice. I'm slowly learning that now. Now I take my breaks. I mean, I hike a lot with G4, going uphill. He's so much faster, I can't keep up with him, and he doesn't walk that fast. It's just I have to have more breaks, so I take more breaks. On those flats or downhills, I catch him up. That's how we sort of at the moment work as a good team, but that's only because of his damaged knee. That might change in the future. If his knee gets better, then I'll lose him as partner, because he just walks quicker and he walks further without breaks. Really, be kind to your body and take the breaks when you need them. Doesn't matter, it's not a race. If you want to get to Canada, you have to do it. I'm slowly learning that. I was warned about it, I was told not to do it, but you just get caught up in it, and you just, when people walk quicker, you just feel pressured to walk quicker, or suddenly you're hiking along and everybody's just bombing past you, and it makes you feel, well, it made me feel old, slow, inadequate. Wasn't inadequate. I still walked the 24 miles they did, only it took me an hour and a half longer. So am I slower? No, we walked the same miles in the same day. So there's pros and cons, but I just say walk your own speed. There is no rush to it whatsoever. In regards to cooking, I cook a lot. Obviously I love my coffees, and I'm not sacrificing those. Just like my cigarettes at the moment, though the Sierras might I think the Sierra's going to kill my smoking off, which isn't a bad thing. My coffees I love, so I cook my coffee. Dinner times, lunchtime, sorry, I always make ramen noodles, and if I have it, with mashed potato. And in the evening I make my pasta and pesto, which obviously that's using a lot of gas, and I go through a lot of gas. So that's the downsides to cooking. The other side to it is my food is lightish, and weight is paramount. You notice that as you get on a trail. Water's heavy, food's heavy. And then I see like G4 with his tortillas and his salami and his guacamole, and it tastes so good. But yeah, tortillas are heavy, so I would like to cook less, because obviously the gas and everything I'm carrying, well, the gas isn't that heavy, but, and I've got the room in my pack, but I'm still searching for what is a happy medium for me. And obviously when you've got the water stretches, let's go over water stretches. There are people saying that, I think I might have said earlier in the video, that seasonals are dry when they're not. Caches are full when they're empty, and basically my strategy is to go on the definite water supplies, and that's how I base it around. Sometimes it might be a 23-26 mile hike between guaranteed water. Then I will maybe dry camp, and I'll just eat some muesli bars or whatever, or protein bars, and I'll skip the cooking. That's how I'm doing it at the moment. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong. It works for me. I can't judge the water at the moment correctly. I mean, sometimes I'm getting to water and I've still got like 3 litres on me. That's upsetting, because that's 3 kilos, 6.6 pound I carried for no reason. I'm trying to adjust that, but it's difficult. So that's something I wish I was much better in. What else is there to say? Oh, in regards to icy ridges, like when I went up to Baden-Powell and Fuller Ridge, don't take that you haven't read anything on Facebook or friends' posts who've been up there and summited and everything's fine. I would check on the local weather report, because when I went up Fuller it was icy, and when I went up Baden-Powell it was scary. In my opinion, scary for me. An experienced hiker who's used to walking on snow and ice would say it was a doddle probably, but for me, once I fell that first time, it kind of freaked me out. So I would just say take a report, and then go with what makes you feel comfortable. If I had micro spikes on, they would have been worth it, and we would have saved a lot of heartache and a lot of worry. But that's basically it. Like I said, take your time, don't hike too fast, There's no race. Remember that people have gone very fast. They might have even gone home before you even get to where they finished. Yeah. They have an injury, they pull out. Remember that story with the hare and the snail? Snail always won, huh? So hike your own hike. Maximize your rest. Try and get to camp early. I'm trying not to get caught up in mountains when bad weather comes. That's happened to me a couple of times now. But basically that's it. So if there are any questions which you'd like to know and maybe I can answer, then just leave a comment, and if I can answer I will. So that's me at the moment on day 3 of my recovery zero. Like I said, I hope I'm definitely having 2 more, and hope to be on the trail in 3 days. So but I'll keep you posted on that, alright? So take care.